Welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trades to Azure. We are currently on the forest road that leads to Stargazer Tower because there was still one of these powerful monster treasure chests. But by now we should be level-wise high enough to do them, and I wanted to try. Monsters emerged. Are these just same monsters we face outside? Probably a bit stronger. Ow. Yeah. Probably could have done this earlier, but okay. Mossbell. Please, take me to the Ursula Hospital. All that fighting left me with chest pains. Good. And that is where we want to go next. Oh! Equipped it. Elon Arc. Elon Arc, a giant cryptid in the form of hard-shelled turtle. It distorts both space and time. Okay. Kashik Arm. Burst up. Nothing special? I doubt this was just a normal monster. It was a cryptid. We just received a communication from Macabre Unit 5. They have managed to successfully throw the iron off that trail. Why not have a Cavendish crew unharmed? That's good news. Hold on a second. If you're over here, who's flying the Macabre, Abbas? You need not be concerned. I can control the majority of the Macabre's functions from where I am now. There's no need for me to be at the helm while the ship is hovering over our landing spot in autopilot mode. Flying elsewhere will require Vasi's command and extra vigilance against ion intervention. But for now, our current setup will suffice. I see. This ship is seriously advanced. Never mind that. You should make sure your gear is in order before disembarking. Speak to me again when you're ready to land. Okay, sandbar. Just because I really burned through my EP. And I was close by. Another cryptid. Oh, that one really got the jump on us. But if cryptids are appearing on the highways, there's no way any buses are running to the city, right? I can't imagine they are. Though I doubt the defense force would have much trouble coming and going in those armored cars of theirs. So without them, there's no way to get to the hospital. The citizens' health must be suffering for it. Yes, that's the natural conclusion. Ursula herself must be looking down at us in grief. Ursula? You mean the same woman from The Saint and the White Wolf? Wait, don't tell me the White Wolf from that story was you, Zayt. The tale of a young caretaker was marked for death by a feudal lord, but wound up inspiring him instead. She's considered a saint in the church's canon too. Yes, and in life she was a compassionate young woman. However, she did not lose her life as the story depicts, but rather escaped death. She would then come to marry the knight who spared her. In fact, their descendants still live in these lands. Really? Truth is often stranger than fiction. Yeah. Really? Look over there. A Defense Force unit. They're guarding the hospital? The timing couldn't be worse. We can't afford to have our soldiers spot us out here. Right, it would be easier to just avoid them. That said, we have no way of knowing the gaps in the patrol routes. I believe Tio is within the hospital. What? Are you certain? Yes, I can pick up a faint trace of a scent. However, I do not believe there are any other SSS members there. Tio, don't tell me. Was she hurt? She's not there to be treated, is she? Alas, Mal knows just of its limits. However, I cannot deny that I share your sentiment of concern. What should we do? I have a little trick up my sleeve. If I pull this one off, we should be able to confront the soldiers without them calling for reinforcement. Really? Oh, I should have known you already had a plan in mind. You flatter me. What's your call, Lloyd? You don't even have to ask. One of our own needs us. We're going. I'm not about to pass up an opportunity to get Tio back. Then let us be off. Sure, we'll be in and out like a bolt from a sapphire blue. Alright. Russian. This is boring. Why do we have to get assigned on watch duty here of all places? There's barely even anything to watch. Quit complaining. Bennings, that fugitive from the SSS, is still on the lam. What's a single detective going to do if he shows up here? He'd be done for. Besides, do you have any common sense? He's probably booked it from the state by now. Still, I heard that he had some kind of crazy monster bail him out. They say it ate up the entire 4th Regiment. You don't suppose it's true? Sounds like a load of bull to me. But enough about that. If you're here, you may as well check out how Ilya is doing. She's still hospitalized, right? Yeah, she should be. She was banged up pretty bad back then. I hope she makes a speedy recovery. At least we can agree on that. Lloyd Bennings? He actually showed up here. Just who are you calling a monster exactly? I'll give him a break. It's an easy mistake to make with your true form. I'd rather not have to fight you. But if you insist on making us force our way through, then we're going to do just that. Cheeky little. Bad number. Neutralize a lot of them. CDF Assault Rifle. Highly trained soldier with excellent morale. Excels at long-range combat with a rifle. And CDF with a halberd. Highly trained soldier of excellent morale. Excels at clones range with a unique halberd. Double kill, unscathed, overkill, and scouter. So strong. I guess it's my turn now. A medal from the Groundswitter? Sapphire seal of mine shining from the abyss. Join with consciousness silver glow and confirm to them false memories. What's happening? It is a technique employed by the church that utilizes the power of suggestion. Moa sense that is not the only esoteric force he's applying. Not long ago, you confirmed that the large cryptid was approaching this location. You managed to exterminate it, but due to the wounds you sustained, you decided to return to base. You made no contact with Bannings, nor were there signs that he would be arriving soon. No sign of Bannings. How in the... Manipulation to that extent should not be possible through mere suggestion. Am I to presume this technique relies on the power of your stigma? No keeping secrets from a holy beast, is there? Stigma? Yeah, it's not something I like to talk about really. Past traumas and so on. But aside, what I did has its limits. The effect will only last 2, maybe 3 days at most. We also can't rely on this too much. The defense force will be looking for signs of it once we figure it out. Makes sense. I'll keep it in mind. Wazi? Seid? You seem to be doing well. Well, would you look at that? There's some much needed good news. Thank goodness. When I found out you were in the hospital, I assumed the worst. You're okay, right? You weren't injured or anything, were you? Lloyd! It's really you, Lloyd! What is that breastplate made of? Where have you been this whole time? In prison. I heard they put you in prison, but... It was all over the Orbital net. They said you escaped and that soldiers were chasing you down. I've been so worried. Oh, Tio. I'm sorry I didn't mean to scare you like that. But I'm okay. Everything's going to be alright. Zaid and Wazi helped me return to Crossbell. So you can relax now. I'm here. Ah, isn't this so romantic? What a shame we have to interrupt them. Cecile and Fran. Funny meeting you here, Lloyd. I'm so glad you're safe. You have no idea how concerned I was, Lloyd. Sorry about that. I know I've caused you all some grief. Anyway, you look great, Fran. Like you're back at 100%. Yep, my injuries are all healed up now. Have been for a while, actually. But because of everything going on, I haven't been able to go back to work. That explains why you're here. Still, I'm glad you're doing better. Incidentally, Vazi, why are you dressed that way? And Side, what are you doing here? It's a bit of a long story. Long or not, they deserve a proper explanation of everything that has happened up until now. Did he just... What's the matter? You really can't tell? Oh, I see. You've always been able to understand him, so you still haven't noticed, have you? Sight? Why are you speaking in human tongue? How did things come to this? It's also complicated. I can't even begin to unpack it. To think this would happen to the crossbow we call home. Now I understand how the past of our state has led to our present situation. Both in regards to the crisis we're in, as well as what's happened to Kia. Yeah. Right now there are only two things I want. The first is to uncover the truth of all the unanswered questions we still have. The second is to bring everyone back together, and that includes Kia. A world full of goals to choose from, and you pick the two most impractical ones. Would you expect any less from him? That's right. Even prison could not change the kind of person Lloyd is. With that said, I completely share in his sentiment. As a member of the SSS, but more importantly, as one of Kia's guardians, her family, I'll be coming with you to fight. Thank you, Tio. I wouldn't have it any other way. Come to think of it, how did you wind up in St. Ursula of all places? I was brought here by Arios, on Mariabel's orders, I suspect. They divided the members of the SSS into different locations before placing us under surveillance. And so why I believe they suspected that if we were all in prison together, we would band as one and attempt to dissuade Kia. Well, they're not wrong. In that case, we're going to have to search everywhere we can to track down Ellie and Randy. There's also the possibility that they're currently in Crossbus City, which would make reaching them impossible. Then again, the fact that Tio was here means there's a good chance we're both elsewhere in the state. That's true. Assuming Kia is in the city, they would want to keep you four as far away from her as possible. I have a question. Can I come with you guys too? Fran? Where's this coming from? I know I can't fight in the front lines like the rest of you. But I can still be your operator, just like I was before. You mentioned something about using Vazi's airship to get around, didn't you? That's perfect. I can help you from there while you're on the ground. Please. Fran? Should we, Lloyd? Well, I'll admit the Kaba is short on staff. We could use the help. But I'll leave the decision in your hands, Lloyd. Let's be clear. Right now, your sister's loyalty lies with the Defense Force, Fran. Coming with us means going up against Noel. Are you really okay with that? Yes. Yes, I am. Obviously, I don't want to fight Noe. But even still, I have a job to do as a member of a CPD. I can't just stand back and watch all of this happen to my home. I understand. Alright then, we're happy to welcome you aboard, friend. Thanks for doing this, Lloyd. It's good to have you back, friend. Better than good for others. His workload is about to go down drastically. It sounds like everything is settled then. Yeah, I guess it means it's time for us to head out, Cecile. Of course. Promise me you'll be careful out there. Sadly, there isn't much I can do to help you directly right now. After all, my place is here at the hospital. But even so, I'll be praying for your safety. Thank you. That's more than enough. Thank you for everything, Cecile. You took such good care of me. I owe you my life, literally. Now. Keep crying like that and you spoil that cute little face of yours. Come to think of it, friend. Don't you have things to pack before you leave with them? You should prepare a change of clothes at the very least. Oh yeah, right. I need to get all my stuff together. So guys, I get it done as quickly as I can, so sit tight. Things will be much livelier on board with her around. Of course, part of the reason I was in favor of it was for the sake of a Macabra's morale. Oh, one more thing just came to mind. While you're waiting for her, why don't take the opportunity to say hi to Inspector Donovan and Ilya? Wait, what? You mean they're... That's right, we both woke up not too long ago. Sadly, Ilya is still in no condition to be on her feet. Inspector Donovan is recovering well, however. Thank goodness we're both doing better. I think it's a great idea. It'll stave off our boredom while we wait for Fran, if nothing else. Yeah, let's go see them. Allow me to join you. I will wait here for you to finish. My presence would likely cause the patients a fair bit of alarm. Zeit temporarily left the party. Theo has joined the party. It reminds me, we haven't seen each other since the day of the president's address, Zeit. You left to follow Kia after Arius took her away, but I never did find out where that led you. Well, I pursued them as far as I could, but once the divine blade reached the lake, I was no longer able to follow. I wish I could have done more for Lloyd and the others. That was when I returned to my old pack and began making preparations. That I ended up causing you undue concern, however, is something I regret in retrospect, Cecile. It's alright. What matters is that you're safe now, Zeit, the way Lloyd is. Not to mention you're even helping him and Vasi in battle. So thank you for that. Cecile gently patted Zeit's head. Oh. For some reason, I feel a lot more at ease whenever I'm with you, Zeit. I'm sorry, I should have asked before petting you like that. It didn't offend you, I hope? No, it was nothing so unpleasant. I wonder what's up with Zeit. He's been awfully quiet. Perhaps being pet by Cecile has left him feeling awkward? I always find that relaxing with Zeit keeps me company. We haven't known each other for long, nor have we spent much time together, and yet I feel so at ease around him. There's something nostalgic about it somehow. As if we've been friends for ages. One would almost think you two were attached by a wet string of fate. I don't know if I'm more jealous of Zeit or Cecile. As my presence would likely cause our patients a fair bit of alarm, I shall wait for you here. Take as long as you need to make your visits. Okay, but we look around the hospital next time and make our visits. Until next time, then, I'm Ace, and don't get lost.